Enter Founding Neverland. Hello, Mārtiņš. Thank you for taking the time. For those who don't know you, could you quickly introduce yourself, please?
Hello. Yeah, my name is Mārtiņš Kažemaks. I'm founder and currently also chairman of the board for an agency called Top Media. We are from Riga, Latvia. We are an agency of 25 people. Net revenue last year was 2 million. EBITDA was 25%, and what we are doing is we are focusing on paid advertising, Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Microsoft, and so on. And managed ad spend last year was 40 million euro. For this year, we are estimating it could reach 60 million.
Mm-hmm. And what's the vision of your agency?
Our vision is to make paid advertising accessible and effective for businesses so they can grow and become their part of growth strategy.
Mm-hmm. The first year of a business is always the most telling one. It's the year where that defines the narrative or the myth of a company or what the company stands for. Can you tell us a little bit what was year one like for you?
Actually, we are established 11 years ago, but I'm in the business almost 20 years because I was freelancing in the beginning, acquiring my first clients first before leaving my main job. I was working at large telco company. I was leading a digital department. And at some point, my freelance work was becoming larger than my main work, so I decided to establish an agency and start hiring people and delegating tasks and processes. So my first year was, I wouldn't say challenging, because we already had clients, we already had quite big checks and everything. It was more about structure and delegation and training and basically growing and expanding.
Mm-hmm. And how has your agency model evolved over time?
Well, we tried to make full service option, which I would say we failed to do almost all in-house. We switched to outsourcing those things that we are not doing as our expertise, as our competence. And this model worked much better because when we partner with agencies that are experts in specific things like creativity, like search engine optimization or social media management, results and quality are much better. And we don't need to learn those new things in-house. We can outsource, and once we see that revenues from such service are becoming large, we can start slowly in-housing. So this is, we are doing kind of full service, but it's not like we are doing everything. We are, I would say, 90% of what we do is paid advertising, rest is outsourced.
Mm-hmm. And looking back, is there a project or a decision that you would approach differently today?
I wouldn't say it's something that I've regret. We had lost maybe a few clients where I was a bit too hard on the terms that were discussed, and I was trying to be strict and maybe not back down, but later when I learned what happened with a client or company or advertisers that left us, I understood that it was the right decision, because if we agreed to the terms, we would be the ones suffering.
Mm-hmm. Can you define a special breakthrough moment?
I wouldn't say it's a special breakthrough. I think what I've been doing is quite conservative growth. As I said, I was initially a freelancer who was doing some side hustle job as a digital marketer, because at the time agencies in digital marketing it was like 2005, 2008, it was not a common thing like now. So it was in demand, but it was more like a freelance job and quite also a well-paid freelance job. And it was, I would say, gradual path when I went to the agency creation. And well, breakthrough for us, there was no breakthrough that would radically change anything. We are growing steadily for all the time, and maybe pandemic was a bit different because we usually were growing like 30-40% on average year to year. In pandemic, we grew 2 years in a row 100%. So this was high demand time when many businesses understood that online is essential part, and if they stay offline, they will not survive pandemic, and they had to go online. So this is the time when we acquired many customers from automotive business. So even BMWs and Porsche were sold online this way. And they learned that it can be done effectively instead of doing it just with brand awareness. It can be done e-commerce way, performance way.
So you were one of the profiteers from the crisis.
Kind of. Although in the beginning it looked like it will be quite challenging times. We made a decision not to lay off anyone. We basically sat down with the team and discussed what we can do, and decision was that we basically reduce our work hours to half time for everyone. So salary also was reduced to half time. Government was supporting with this money issuing for those who are not working and so on. So initially we took opportunity to use it, but after 2 or 3 months, when we learned that demand for digital is quickly rising even above previous levels, we returned to normal operations and actually started to hire even additional people. And at that point, it was actually quite easy because many were already idling and not working, and they were available.
Mm-hmm. And if you had to name one thing that makes your agency unique, what would it be?
Performance. This is what we do for not just ourselves, but for our clients. And we basically make the results like it would be our business. We don't want to waste their money. We understand the value of that money that is invested, and what we understand, if we grow their results, we not just give them more profits and growth, but we also establish long-term relationships. My longest client is 15 years, while agency is only 11 years, because I started with him as a freelancer, and he's still my client, and now they are investing 3 million per month, but they started from zero with us.
Mm-hmm. Now, it says that the best projects are fun and make money. You can't always have both. Is this a factor for you at all to consider when you take on projects?
Mostly yes, but sometimes we see that there are projects which might not be so fun. For example, we had recently, and we even made fun of this fact. We were acquiring few clients which are in funeral business, so it wasn't like really fun business and so on, but they were willing to pay a lot, and it was quite profitable opportunity. So we discussed with the team, are you willing to take it? Mm-hmm. And they said, okay, what bonus we'll have? And we just made agreement, and we started taking them, and results were so good that they started referring to us more funeral businesses. And I'm not saying that we are now the best funeral business agency, but we have like 3 clients already from that, and not just from our local country. We hired a business in US that is making diamonds out of ashes. So it's very strange, and I wouldn't say fun project, but well, it's quite profitable.
You put the fun back into funeral.
Maybe, yeah. But to be honest, I started in this business because I had fun. I was actually in IT 15 years. And then when I learned what's Google and what's digital marketing, I understood that it's IT related, but it's more fun than programming, project management for coding and so on. Mm-hmm. And I basically learned what it is, and that there is not much experts in this field, and I quickly could become an expert, and providing this expertise to advertisers and getting them exciting results, because quite often I heard, especially in the first years, wow effect from clients. They were surprised what results can bring digital marketing. This was really fun.
Mm-hmm. So how do you measure the success of your projects and your agency as a whole? That surprise factor from your clients, is that a measure of success?
Yes, especially in the first years. Lately, it's more about how we are growing despite the financial challenges globally and so on. As an example, this largest client, they are in travel. So in pandemic, travel was very limited. But surprisingly, they were the first ones to recover during the pandemic after just few months, because it appeared they are in a car rental business. It appeared that car rental could become a safest option for transportation instead of public transportation. So demand was even higher than during non-pandemic years. And this was surprising. And it was actually discovery just because we were delivering performance. And even client was surprised. He was planning to lay off a lot of people, but when he saw that he is getting much more profits than before pandemic, he was, I need to start hiring.
So you help to keep jobs.
Yeah, that's not just for this client, for many others as well. As I said, many decided to change their approach and go more online, and switch also their marketing teams and everything to digital instead of offline.
Mm-hmm. And what are the biggest drivers to keep your team motivated?
Well, we are learning from large corporations like Google, like Meta and others, who are actually doing quite a lot of team building and team motivational and so on. We basically try to copy the best bits that we see they are doing, and we also discuss with the team what they would like to see and have. So it's not just money, it's also events we organize. We send them to other agencies for exchange. We send them to conferences. We bring them in with clients, and basically we get them as much as involved as possible, so they can see the value they are delivering to clients. And for now, I would say, luckily, one of the biggest challenges that we have that bigger advertisers or agencies, they are trying to recruit our team members, but they are refusing even if they are offered a higher salary, because they feel better here and with what we offer.
Mm-hmm. What advice would you give to someone who's looking to start a new agency this year?
Actually, I've been asked this lately a few times, and I usually said, don't do it. Right now, it's very challenging. It's oversaturated, actually. With so many also freelancers who are offering even cheaper options and so on. So right now, if I should be starting this, possibly I wouldn't, because there are many other opportunities that are even better. But
like what?
Well, AI is coming now. There are a lot of e-commerce opportunities, crypto projects, a lot of things that are currently just starting as an industry. So when I started an agency, it was similar. It was beginning of digital marketing. So it was much easier. Basically, at some point in my country, in those first years, many were considering that I am representative from Google, although I was not affiliated in a direct way. I was just helping manage campaigns on Google.
Mm-hmm. And looking into the future, what goals would you like to accomplish next?
Well, right now I have clear goals that I want to go out of operations. I want to just stay as a founder and partner. So I'm delegating all the operations to my team, which is already self-sustainable to do it. So it's already close to that happening. But I'm starting a new business, which is in e-commerce, and also looking into one crypto project, which also looks very promising. So it's more like I'm looking into some new projects. So I will use the success I had with agency to make these projects also possibly successful.
Well, good luck for your many, many projects, and thanks for taking the time, Mārtiņš.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Enter Founding Neverland.